it's no connection.
Right.
You got two top wide receivers, Lockett and Metcalf.
And
you're not throwing the ball to them.
Right.
You're just
maybe they're not getting open. Maybe
no, they are open. No, I
But-
watched the game. Colton, I tape my games.
Okay.
My team, I go back, rewatch, rewind. Dude, you just not getting it. You're just not getting it. You missing everything. You missing all point. Like, you need to sit on the side. Even Russ, if you look at Russell's face,
he's done.
come on.
But
That's
yeah,
why Carlton laughing, because he know I'm telling the truth.
Well, no, because he's talking about you can't get a better backup than Geno.
I like Geno.
I don't like Geno.
You like him because he's black. Me too, but
No.
he's garbage. Bro.
Color ain't got nothing to do. And that's what I say, Roman.
Yeah, he's
I'm
garbage.
trash. We could have got somebody better than that. I mean, for real. Come on now. So, my boy will be back 12 more days.
Oh, so he's gonna be gone
She's
too.
counting down.
So wait, have y'all gone through y'all bye week yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So that's why you're saying within 2 weeks.
Yes.
What y'all reckon now? I mean, no, I'm not.
He
I'm not.
knowing himself.
My team sucks too.
No, I'm not going to discuss that right now. I'm not discussing my Seahawks.
But is it just as good as the Steelers? I'm assuming.
No, it's not that good as Steelers. Steelers right
We
now.
beat them when we went head up. That's what
See, he keeps talking about my team.
we beat y'all. Just repeating that for those that didn't know.
When
the
did y'all
Steelers.
play?
I know you're not allowed to watch sports on certain days.
Yeah, please update.
I'm gonna need you to know a little bit more about what's going on. I'm not here to explain the whole NFL in 5 minutes to you. For real.
I'm sure look up when we play y'all.
That was 2 weeks ago or something. You know what I'm saying? That was key.
And y'all won, huh?
Yeah, of course we won.
Y'all won.
I mean, of course.
Of course we won. You know what I'm saying?
But
Who won? Who between y'all two franchises? Who won the last Super Bowl?
We did.
Oh,
Why would you ask
Seattle
that?
did.
No,
you talking about the last two what?
I'm talking about when we played each other. 'Cause we played in the Super Bowl against each other.
Yeah, y'all won that. I'm talking
Right.
about the between the two teams. Which team won the most recent Super Bowls?
Oh, that would be them.
That's what I'm saying.
LOB. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Roman.
Ting ting.
That was 10, 12 years ago. Wasn't it? No.
Don't matter. He just said.
That's 10, 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Question.
10, 12. I think Belichick was coach's assistant on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Coaching assistant.
That's up, you know what I'm
Man,
saying?
whatever. Carlton like to live way in the past when it comes to this.
Well, speaking of the past, I got a subject. I was.
But wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
What about WFT?
Oh, nah, Carlton got another subject to talk.
Oh, okay, cool.
We only.
I mean, we talked about Seahawks.
Who wants to talk about
Pittsburgh.
WFT?
Let's talk about Washington.
It's more like WTF.
But what's going on though? Because I'm personally, I like Heineke. I think he's don't like him.
He's decent. I like him.
He's decent. I mean, he got a lot of fire in him. He's
He not
trying
a
to
franchise
fight.
quarterback.
I want us to go after Watson. I know that's not a popular take, but I want us to go after
I think
Watson.
Deshaun, but I don't think if your line is not. But now you don't really.
Yeah,
need
but
a
what's
line.
going on with y'all defense?
They started
Overrated.
I think they was overrated.
Yeah, I think or they've been reading the press.
Oh,
They've been reading their, news clippings and how great they were. And
wow.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they didn't put enough work in during the offseason like they would normally have done.
I just made a post about Cowboys. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I'm like, shh.
So I'm on the
They actually winning, so
Hey, since I'm a Washington football team, I hate that. But anyway, I hate to admit that. But I'm a Washington football team
Right.
fan. I can't stand the Cowboys, but I'm one of these guys who just root for all black quarterbacks.
yeah, me too. Me too.
And I can't root against Dak as much as it pains me to see the Cowboys
I can't
win.
do it. I can't do it.
So
I can't do it.
quiet's kept. I find myself rooting for the Cowboys because it looks good. Bruh, we talking about football. I know
I
you
don't like talking about the Cowboys. Period. Most
you
football
hate 'em
fans,
for real?
we don't even talk about. I won't mention a Cowboy fan unless they in the room, and I try not to mention them when I'm not. Damn sure not.
You hate the Cowboys
All
fans
day,
that bad.
Yeah.
and most
That's-
fans like myself are like me. So this discussion on Cowboys is always.
But
been-
no, they've been pretty quiet though. Their fans ain't really
Oh,
been.
no,
I mean, not since they winning 6 games straight. But I'm talking about even last year. Like they was like on the low and just taking all the abuse and laughs and jokes.
Yeah.
So now it's like,
They the worst fans in the NFL.
oh,
Hate them Cow. I said it right to me.
No,
Okay.
they are. I agree
Right.
for the most part.
I don't
but,
even expect-
but I still got a root for Dak.
That's you. I mean, but you've been a loser your whole life. That's your team, and so I'm not saying you rooting for losers.
That's
Your mama.
I hear you. So, anyway, speaking of back in the day, I got this subject. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I have a friend. Okay.
The old I have a friend routine.
No, I have a friend. I know there's foreign in you, but I got a friend. But you know what I'm saying?
I have a friend.
Situation was this: he had got introduced to this chick. You know what I'm saying? From his man. His man was like, "Hey, I got this chick I want you to meet," or he brought her to a situation they seen each other, whatever.
Right.
And they kind of hit it off. Boom, boom. Right. And so, so that's what they were. And he was. He liked this chick. He was like, you know,
This is the friend who got introduced.
yeah, see,
Right.
she could be wifey or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
okay.
it's quick. It was like a month in two. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I mean, now it's been a little longer.
Right.
So he was like, so he hooked up with, he seen the dude. Like, you know, they don't see each other, but he seen the dude recently. And
Right.
the dude was like, yo, you
Whoa,
still
whoa,
messing
whoa,
with
whoa, whoa. Before you go there, give more context. The friend who was introduced to this, how long have they been seeing each other? And have they been...
The girl and the guy.
The girl and the guy, how long had they been seeing each seen
Oh,
each other?
about 4 or 5 months.
Okay, and he's really
Okay.
digging as well.
Yeah, really
Okay.
thinking
Yeah, 4 or
Okay.
5 months.
Right.
And he's putting it all in there.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So
That's enough time.
he sees the buddy who, you know, introduced him to the chick, you know what I'm saying? And the guy inquired about the chick. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, how's, you know, you still rocking with such and such. He said, I know you bust that thing by now, right? You know how, I know you bust that thing right now. So dude's like, yeah, you know that. He said, and then the other guy, he said, man, yeah, she got some good stuff, huh? And the dude looked at him like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? He said, man, he said, you know, I was with her before
How would he know that? Yeah.
Yeah, I was with her before you was. I had a menage with her and the girl. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, what's up, jump? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Whoa, time out.
So the dude didn't know. The dude was like, you know, he was stuck. He was like, what? I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I thought I told you. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Broke it down. Then, so the guy, you know, kept a stone face with the jump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then he's like, you know, he inside he sounded like C, you know what I'm saying? He had that little lump in the throat. You know the lump in the throat moment after the girl break up with you. You know what I'm saying?
Liked her. He really
You
liked
know,
her.
I really don't want to see you no more. And you know what I'm saying? You could look like you like soldier, but that throat,
Right.
it's like food went down the wrong pasture to serve. You know what I'm saying?
So is he contemplating not stop messing with her? What's his move?
He just hurt because he felt like now Shorty is out there, and he was really feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
So does he think that she has never slept with anyone before?
Oh, I don't really. I have no idea.
No, I'm just saying.
We didn't break it down. And
Well,
I think with men, I'm just saying, from guys that I talk to, that I know, friends and buddies, I don't think you all care too much if it's somebody that you've seen and you was in a relationship, that was just that guy. But if a man come up to you and tell you about your woman, that he kind of like telling you how good your new girl
is
private parts is, that kind of will rub you a little wrong, like, you know, you in full and actually I know somebody, Carlton, that actually happened to.
yeah.
My ex and his friend, they were roommates.
Your
So
ex.
a girlfriend of mine, my ex and his best friend were roommates.
Okay.
Back in
Back in
the
day.
90s,
Yeah.
right? And a girlfriend of mine's mutual friend used to date his best friend. So that girl moved on, and she's dating a new guy, and the new guy bumped into my ex, who they kind of like know each other.
Right.
And the guy, his roommate, happened to be with the guy. So he was like, "Hey, yeah, where's so and so at? Yeah, man, she got some good. Yeah, I used to hit that and bit." Like, it was just like he
wow.
kind of knew who he was talking about.
Right.
So cause then in the conversation they mentioned her name, and they was just talking like, "Hey, where you still messing with so and so?" And this is, that's how it came out. So I don't think you men take that very well, and I don't think you.
Call in there if y'all think y'all got some input on
How
this.
you feel about that? I don't think you do, because I know. Matter of fact, my friend that I'm seeing now, he, because of who I am, he's like, yo, you just too good to be. He was like, well, let me ask you a question though. I said, okay, come on, because he always said that. Let me ask you a question. I'm like, you can ask me too. He said, okay.
Just
he
two?
said, no, but that's our little thing that we do. When I say that, he say that too. You can ask me too.
I thought you had a limit. These
No.
niggas, they only ask you two
No.
questions,
That's
you know?
just our thing, because our communication is open.
Right.
So he said, am I gonna, is somebody gonna come up to me and say, because he was uncomfortable asking me that question first, and he was like, what
say
you talking
what?
about? Just say it. He said, am I gonna run into a dude? And he was like, I met, she used to do this, and she used to, I can't say too
She
much.
did the
of what I
whole
said.
club.
But then he said but he asked me. He wasn't like he was trying to
trip over it,
Yeah,
right.
I said, oh, that's one thing you ain't got to worry about. And I broke it down to him. I said,
Right.
this is the relationships that I've been in
Right.
that you know about. I said, you won't have a guy come up to you and tell you anything
So
about
would
me.
he have left you if you came out and said you was the opposite?
Yeah, he did. He said that.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I did the whole 11th grade at lunch. You know what I'm saying? They-
But if I said, yeah, I mean, he just basically was like, I don't date. This is what he said. I don't date hoes. Men, y'all see stuff different than we do. That's all I'm saying. But it could be a double standard,
I
because
used to have a
you
joke there.
guys
I thought that
could wait, because it could be a double standard, because y'all can sleep with multiple women and we
Right.
don't know about that. And it's
Right.
with men, it's like, oh, he's a stud. Oh, he's this. But if a
Women
lady do it, they label hoes, all kinds. It's a double standard. Even Lil' Kim made a point about that.
Right,
Yeah, she
right.
did say that. It's a
Yeah, she
double
did.
standard. It's a double standard.
So, if your heart is all into a person, right, a woman, and maybe this question is more to you, see, if if your heart is all into a woman, right, and then you learn that she's had a bit of a reputation, you're saying you would leave her? Because at the end of the day, as you think
Be
you think
honest.
about how you're going to lie your way out of this,
Right, just be honest. Open to
Like
honest.
I'm lying now. I'm just
No,
saying.
I
Okay.
ain't saying you lie. I'm just saying, just open.
yeah, open
just,
up, Carlton. We got can our intern get a couch? Go lie down on the couch, bro, and just open up to us, man. It's okay. Tell us about it.
It's a Jada and Will thing.
So
I mean,
So tell me, bro.
whoa,
Tell
Let
me.
me stop. Let me
First of
stop.
all,
I'm gonna behave.
would I leave her because of some wild jump?
Yeah. So if that was you, of the story that you tell,
And she slept with your ass. That's what you said?
You stalling, Carlton. Come on.
she would
come
never
on,
mess
come
with
on.
you if that's the case.
Done.
But go ahead.
You got bad choice in men. Look at you chose this nigga Roman. So therefore, I couldn't. Somewhere she was dumb or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but on a real, I mean, it depends on the situation, depending on what it was. For real.
Well, Jack, your story, your friend's situation.
I don't think
Put Carlton in that. What would you do?
there's some stuff that's not in evidence. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, I mean,
like whatever. Okay, well let me provide you with the evidence.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you the evidence.
Go ahead.
Okay, so your boy or his boy didn't know. I'm gonna put you in there.
Okay, go
Your
ahead.
boy didn't know that you were feeling her like that. So that's why he shared that with you.
That
Would
could
you
be-
say?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think that's happened to be there in the thing. I think it was like dudes talk. We on some different stuff. If I've hooked you up with a chick before, probably every girlfriend you ever had, because you didn't have a gift of gab.
I didn't. You know,
Right,
I had to
so-
rely on you, right?
So if
Because I was such a shy guy.
If I hook you up with a chick and it mashes, you know what I'm saying? Every time you see me, I'm all good. Am I not? That's my man. See, good. You know what I'm saying? Or you might try to repay the favor. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have a little joke inside that's like, you ain't hitting that right or something. You know how
Right.
dude. You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
might mention that or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's a part of conversation. It wasn't like, I'm gonna tell Carlton today that his girl was unfair. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was like that. I think it was a situation where the guy
Yeah, I
was,
know. I get it. Now you know. Now it's out in the open. He
Right.
slept with her. He had a
Right.
menage a trois with her.
Right.
So what are you gonna do if you in this dude's position?
If I'm in his position,
Yeah, if you're
If I
the
was
dude
me-
who's digging this chick, and now you found out that the man who set you up with her had already been there with her. Plus,
I don't think she could be in the situation she was. I probably put my peoples up on a little pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
If I'm really feeling you, whatever, I
Right.
put you up there on a thing. Same way I had Miss Crispin for years. Okay. So at the same time, it's like they up there. You know what I'm saying? So and that misstep. You know what I'm saying? If it was a misstep, that might be her. You know
Well,
what I'm
can
saying?
I answer that question?
Go
On
for
the
it.
flip side, if something like tell me about a dude that I'm with and he's just some ladies coming up and telling me, so I probably would be like, okay, we're not gonna be doing this, because I'm sure that's not the first time. This person is this open and free. Now, if she told you up front, hey, I see us getting a little bit serious, so it's some things I need to let you know about me, that because if you doing a menage a trois or whatever the case may be, it's going to come out eventually. You might run and bump into people. It's a small
do
little
people
area.
really talk like that for real?
Yes, they do. I mean, hearing all type. Like it's
I'll
like
go with
now.
Roman on
No. You all do not know. Nowadays, it is more open than it's ever been. So when someone is,
A little bit.
people are more openly sexual about their sexuality.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. Like if you hearing women talking about, oh yeah, well
What's
we
up,
gonna
Miss
go do
Wilder?
this tonight, and we're gonna, me and my girl, we're gonna do this. It's like back in the day, you've been like, oh, that's taboo. You don't talk like that. Nowadays, it's no big deal.
So
It's
so
no big deal.
what's
Just like
changed,
poly, it's
to
no
your
big
point.
deal to people. It's
I
like,
agree.
okay.
So to your point, what's changed is actually people are more open in sharing their experience. The behavior is not anything new.
So it's the same behavior.
Right.
It's the same thing that's been happening. It's been happening.
It's
It's
always
been
been
happening.
happening.
It's just that people are more
so
open.
to your point, these women that you're putting up on the pedestal, they all have a past, bro.
Some.
No,
I'm
they
not
all
gonna say
got
all.
a past.
No, but it's also a past. What you accept and what I might say might be two different
No,
things.
no. I get that, but I'm
Okay.
saying unless you're dealing with someone who was a complete virgin, they've experimented with someone else.
Speaking of virgin, Mr. James Walker in the building. What's up, James? My man.
So do you understand what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah. So just because they don't come out and tell you every encounter that they had, and you haven't heard about it, don't mean that there's some, angel.
Right. I think everyone has a past.
That's what I said.
Right. Everyone has a past. However, that's having a past does not make you come off the pedestal at the same time. It depends. It might have been some years. It might have been a situation. Like that movie. Have y'all seen the movie with a guy? Let me look at that.
I don't know about no situation because ain't no
a
man
movie.
gonna come around and tell my man he ran a train on me with some other dudes. That's just
Well,
not
if they
gonna
drugged
happen.
you and you ain't know.
No, they know because
What's that say?
I wouldn't put myself in a situation
say-
to be drugged.
Right.
No, I
That's
get
all
you,
I'm
but
saying.
but to that end though,
Right.
to that end, dudes are liars anyway, right? They may lie. Somebody may come up and lie
right.
about you.
Might say that, yeah.
Yeah, they could lie.
Right.
Now.
So the group that's there gonna believe it. I mean, some. I ain't saying everybody's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So now at that point, then you meet her and you be like, man, that's Shorty from other day. That was had the
I
little choo
don't
choo
think
jump.
grown men lie on their
Oh, they
on their
do.
on their
Oh, they
penises.
do, nigga.
But if they
Oh.
do, then they whack. But
They
the
do.
ones
There's
that,
plenty of
but
them.
the
Whack
ones
people
that's
then.
that's really like been with, I would say, women that's very promiscuous, they don't mind sharing that information at all.
Yeah, but
They just like- it's like they
But they
know.
don't take so from I don't know. I just never I dudes share stuff
I just
with
don't
me.
see how you lie on yourself.
I agree
Well, people
with
lie on
that.
themselves every day. I mean, they do all type of
No, I'm
situations.
talking about I'm talking strictly talking about who
Men,
you slept with.
right,
That's all I'm saying.
But I'm talking about they do it in all facets of life. I know people have made up the fact that they was married, got a whole family. Really?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like it's that simple, but to please
Right,
the others
right,
that he's doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right,
me and
right.
the kids, we went hiking this week. I just happen to know the nigga that married. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess my point is,
man.
no matter if you hear about your significant other's past or not, as long as they're not a virgin, there's questions that really, do you really need to ask yourself, what were they doing before me? right? Because at the end of the day, everybody, because even though you've never been with multiple people at the same time, at the end of the day, you will tend to experiment with the person that you're in love with. So you might have been in love with someone for years upon years upon years, see, and that woman that you were with was willing to do a whole bunch of other stuff with you that she may have never experienced with anyone else. Now y'all break up, she moves on to the next man, and then she hears the stuff that she did with you. You think that man should hold that against her? No, I'm just saying. Would you?
I see some of us going, like you did research on this. You knew I was going to talk about this. You got questions that you did. Let me see it. Who thinks like that?
No, I'm saying I
wonder what was on your mind.
Everybody has their own level of experience.
Right.
And then
depending on the situation, I might hold against it, I might not. I don't think it needs to go, you want me to go dig further down in that.
Well, I guess my point is, then what's the point of bringing up the topic?
But the thing is, with that is, what if that's who she is and she's meeting this new guy, and then later on she might try to introduce you, and maybe that's her lifestyle, it's what she want to do. Then
or
what?
maybe it's not. Maybe it was just an experiment that she had. She was single. This is her thing, and now she's trying to settle down like anybody else is, and this is one of her fantasies that she lived out.
Thank you for watching Unleashed, ladies and gentlemen. This is Unleashed still going on right here.
So my point to you is, if your heart is all into this woman, you've dated her for 4 or 5 years, and you came across your man.
The situation.
I just gave you the situation. Answer the question. Stop.
If it was on some wild shit, I'm out. It was also wild.
Even though you've been with it for 4 or 5 years.
He said it was a wild.
I'm asking you.
Right.
What?
I'm in real estate. I gotta have my whole thing, everything. Real estate is about what you do.
Yeah. I know stuff about you that your clients wouldn't want to know.
Gossip, little girl.
But I'm saying, dude, who cares?
What, you studying me or something, bro?
Y'all terrible.
I'm just saying, who cares,
what type of man looks at another man's thing? I mean, who does that?
I'm just saying, who cares? Everybody got a pass.
Right,
my point.
But I'm saying you got this like you coming directly at me like you wanna, you know what I'm saying? I know stuff about you and
I'm trying to understand if you've been dating. So if you and Ms. Jones been dating for 10 years and you found out what she did when she was 18, you're just gonna completely break up with her.
We got a question here, thank goodness. The question says, I don't think a person's past should be counted against him or her. However, I do notice that men always have a problem with I'm trying. Women have a past and they hold it against her too. Thanks to Flonda. I heard your party was like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I missed that. I heard your party was like that. Y'all don't know. To Flonda Wilder throws a party. You know what I'm saying? Happy 5-0 for you too. You want to answer that?
I mean, she's right. So most women, I would assume, like to keep that stuff private because of fear of being judged. Where men, because this is a double standard that Ms. Jones was talking about, with men, it's just another, check mark for them, and it's okay.
Right. Melanie Thomas. Hey, Melanie.
Melanie, how you doing, girl?
So, okay. I mean, James Walker, of course. But go ahead. You had
No. Go ahead.
So I'm just, that was just a situation where my man was feeling some type of way about the jump, and he was just like, man, that's kind of messed up, and I felt him. I'm like, I understand, though.
So he never shared with you what he was going to do.
I won't. Maybe you do conversation like that. I don't really get into it with a guy. We getting down to
the,
what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, somebody's going to be somebody's going to be telling me their intimate or their feelings about how they might be hurt about something.
I'm watching the game for one. I'm not about to turn the game off the head.
Well, let me talk to a real person. So at the end of the day, if somebody is giving to you and sharing this emotional thing with you, this emotion, how do you not follow up and ask them, so what's your plan? What you going to do? Are you going to still see this girl? Or are you going to now start treating her like a freak and just go ahead and have fun with her? That's, to me, a normal response.
That's a really normal question, because someone that I know actually had their love of their life or girlfriend cheated on him with the best friend.
Oh wow.
And he's still with the girl. But no. It's every now and then they argue, she's a hoe, she's this, he brings it up.
All right.
So the whole point is, do you want to keep going through that the whole time?
Right.
You know, you either going to stay with that person, forgive them,
Or
and
move
move on,
on.
or
Yeah.
you're going to just keep bringing it
So
up.
Fonda, you're right. Not to cut you off. It is a double standard, but I think it's double standard in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring up one of them double standards later as we get into this Simone Biles thing. You know what I'm saying? I want to clown on that, but get
Right.
back to
And cancel culture. Go ahead.
Okay. Cancel culture.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd rather start with that cancel culture. We'll get to cancel culture in a minute, y'all. You know, we'll come up with these ideas. Sometimes, if you ever have ideas for the show and you want us to then, just go ahead and comment. Tell us what you're thinking of, or reach out to us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, however you got in touch with us, blah, blah, blah. Again, this is Unleashed. We're here every Thursday, between 6 and 6:30, and we go about the hour, 7:30, so check us out. You know, thanks again. Go ahead then. So, well, since I mentioned Simone Biles, this is my situation with that.
Oh, so we transitioning?
Then we transitioning. If everybody cool, unless somebody has something to say.
Nah, I'm good.
I know Roman was getting a little personal over there. Kid,
Yeah,
you know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
trying to get you to answer the damn question. I mean, don't.
But anyway, so this is my situation with Simone Biles. Somebody asked me recently what I thought of her. Did she, deserve, all the accolades? Before the Olympics, she was the hottest thing on the planet.
Right.
And now, she quit. And basically, she had some
She didn't quit.
She didn't participate.
Okay, she didn't quit.
Was that? Is that?
No, go ahead. Finish your lunacy.
She had a mental. She wanted to take a mental break. She said it was over, which I can imagine. I'm not trying to downplay what she had. I can imagine having the whole world on you.
Right.
But she didn't do what she had set to do for that moment. And at the same time, people saying, "Well, congratulations for her for taking the thing and doing that time." And I got you. But I think the way we celebrate athletes, at least the ones I look up, the ones who have went through that, who didn't sit out and still competed, still winning. The Michael Jordan's Game 6 when had the flu, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like about to die when he came out the court.
Right.
But that's who the ones we celebrate. Not saying I understand if you can't do it, hey, by all means. But to label them this and this and that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it took a lot of courage about that. But to me, it was just, I just felt like,
She shouldn't have been celebrated.
not to that degree. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. I'm not trying to say people have mental health. If you have mental health, please get counseling for that.
Right.
And I'm no knock about Simone Biles. I hope she,
So
stays in thing.
So my question to you is: so did you believe her, or you question whether she had it or not? The mental challenges.
Oh, I believe she had it. I do.
Okay.
I do.
So that's not the issue. So you're saying she, and don't let me put words in her mouth. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm misinterpreting what you're saying. So because she had mental challenge, and she couldn't feel she could perform, your issues with the media or others who's gave her a pat in the back for not only not participating, but also publicly announcing this is the reason why I didn't participate.
Yeah, to that. And I'm afraid if you got something wrong, and if you ain't got it, that's what you do. Step back, and she did that. And applause to her. That's part of sports as well.
Right.
But people was the guy that asked me. He was like, are we really celebrating? You know what I'm saying? Does she deserve everything that she's getting? I was like, she was the best gymnast out there.
Right.
But until at the moment that she was supposed to, try for it again, she wasn't. She felt the pressure was mounting. I can assure the pressure must have been. I can't even imagine having that much pressure.
Okay, so I got to interject on all that.
Go ahead,
please.
Steven Jameson.
I'm celebrating her. I'm celebrating also, forgive me, y'all, her name, the tennis player.
Oh, Naomi.
Because
Yeah.
you rarely hear or never hear black women or women of color and men come out and say they have mental health problems. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, if you never had or suffered from any type of mental health issue, you will never relate to what people that do have it. It affects every single thing in their daily life. I mean, even their way of thinking, eating, functioning, this and that. So you got two at the top. You got the tennis player. She
Right.
blowing out Serena. Then you got the gymnast
Best
flipping and
ever.
flipping and
Best
flipping.
ever.
If these two ladies at the top of their game decide, hey, wait a minute, I need to step back, focus on myself, get me well. I'd rather them do that than we find out on the newspaper that Simone
killed
died
themselves,
in the
right.
bathtub. This person and that and the person.
Real
So
talk,
yeah,
real
to
talk.
me it is a type of I wouldn't say celebration, but I just think it's an opening. It's like a awakening. Like, okay, this is going on with a lot of athletes, but to see African American or Asian.
Finish your thought,
Asian
yeah.
American or African American athletes come out and start saying this. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to be the first to say this. And I might be wrong and I might get cussed out and yelled at about this. I believe Kyrie Irving is suffering from a mental health crisis.
Yeah, I read
Don't
that
have nothing to
somewhere,
do with the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
Brother been on some serious depression. And by the matter of fact, I work with people with all types of mental health
too. Challenges, yeah.
challenges, developmental, disabilities. So I, being in this field for like 15 years, I know when somebody is suffering.
Right.
Without me, I can just look at you and I can tell body language, everything. I can tell something's not right.
So you knew first time
Not
you met
you.
Roman. You knew the first time you met Roman. He
I
was
can
something wrong
tell.
with him.
I can tell the face expression. I can tell when
Right.
you're like, so and I feel for Kyrie as well. It just ain't come out yet, but I
Right.
guarantee you,
It's just there.
it's coming out.
So, I can't say how much I agree with you, right? Because at the end of the day, though we always put our sports stars on this pedestal like they're beyond human,
Not just sports.
or even actors
Singers.
and actors,
Yeah,
singers,
singers.
any
Right.
any star, right? Any celebrity, and they're not the human. So that's why I jumped quickly when you said quit, because she did not quit. She couldn't
No,
perform.
she didn't quit. She couldn't perform.
And yeah, mental illness is real. And I know so many people, especially during the pandemic, who never thought in their lives that they would experience such illness, are going through it.
Oh.
And it's super real. I mean, I manage people who have had to go through that, and I watched them myself deteriorate.
Hold on. We had a couple of questions, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But you did.
Okay. Good.
Right.
My man Stephen James in South Carolina in the house. He said Bowles has man trouble. The thing about man trouble, the thing about gymnastics is life and death.
No.
They can literally fall and break their necks. It's not like shooting a jump shot.
Nah.
Man troubles.
Man troubles. Come
Nah, I
on.
ain't buying
Has
that.
several seats. No.
They never
I
feeling
guess
you.
Kyrie.
They not
I
feeling
guess,
you.
I guess Kyrie don't
real-
have women
right.
problems, right?
Kyrie,
Sitting there
so
next to
Kyrie must got
Steve
women
Jamerson.
problems then.
That's a
Hold on.
sexist thing to
that
say,
really
bro.
was sexist, bro. That was not true.
And that's what
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
man.
say.
And see, that's the stuff, and that's why a lot of people
Exactly.
don't come out and say they have mental health or anything is wrong with them because of
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, so I don't
Exactly.
think anyone celebrated her, Carlton, because
Yeah.
she didn't want to perform. They celebrated the fact as a celebrity, as a person who plenty of people look up to, she was willing and strong enough to step out there and say, hey, I can't do it. My mind's not in it. So instead of going out here and trying to be, what is a feminine way of saying macho, right? so instead of going out here and making a fool out of herself and then to be critiqued later and judged later if she didn't get the goal, right? So she just said, look, I'm suffering from mental issues. And that's what she was celebrated about, is her courage that she showed to not go out there and try to make a fool out of herself and be transparent. So
Mr. James Walker says she had mental illness, and we are in the middle of COVID. It wasn't until this moment that I realized Carlton has so many issues. Right, right.
James, you knew just like I did, bro. We just ignored it for years.
I have.
But we talked about that at work. Matter of fact, on Wednesday.
About Carlton having mental issues?
No, we have
okay.
we have a monthly Wednesday meeting, and I brought it up. You know, I
Mental.
saw it on Channel 4 News. They was discussing about how severe. I know I'm gonna hurry with the subject, but how mental illness now is it's higher now, and it affects the workplace. So a lot of workers are willing to just be like, I'm done. I
Yeah.
can't work no
Deuces.
more. I'm out.
So that's what I'm saying.
So
It's real.
They said know your rights. Like you
Yeah.
can go to work and say, hey, I'm going to take 3 days off mental health, whatever.
I think that should have been. I'm
PTO.
surprised that I'm never really worked.
But
in
you
the
can
corporate
take
zone.
them off.
Right.
You can take them days
You-
off.
Yep.
Yep.
They
you can.
encourage you to use the
Yep.
time,
Yep.
get some mental break.
Well, can I do that since you work in HR or something? Can I come in and say I need 2 months off?
Well, I don't work in HR, but I do know the protocol. 2 months? No, that's called
That's
FMLA. That's called FMLA.
2 months.
So
you
yeah,
have to
you can.
rehire
Actually,
again, right?
there's a federal law that allows you, if you have if you're under doctor care, for 12 weeks to get off under FMLA.
And is that paid too?
No. So if you can get paid for it if you have leave, whether it's sick leave, vacation leave, you can pay. But right now, I think that's what Congress is trying to, well, at least the Democrats are trying to push with the FMLA to where the company would be forced to pay you, but you wouldn't have to use a special leave to use.
Oh, that's gonna be a fight.
Oh, it's a fight
That's
now.
gonna be a fight.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Thanks everybody for the questions that come on, Steve. Steve said before you dismiss me, before something that you don't like about bike checks with the Houston people. I don't know what that means.
Is that what now?
He said before you dismiss me, because it's something that you don't like about bikes checks with the Houston people.
I don't know.
Bro,
what that
I don't
means.
even. I've been to
Bro,
school with Steve. Steve,
yeah.
Tell Steve to call us back when
Bro.
he's sober, bro.
something. Steve good dude. That's what man. Steve
Nah, I'm
also got
sure
a
he
little.
is.
That Hennessy
too.
kicking in.
Steve always was a Hennessy.
Just don't be sexist, Steve. That's all. We gonna be called out.
Like you say, man, sexist.
Dude, that was a
No,
sexist statement, bro.
that was a sexist statement. Shoot,
We're gonna call him out on this show, bro. You gonna do
Hey,
that.
talk about this cancel culture for me. Why don't you lead that, bro?
Cancel culture.
Yeah, because I got some, yeah.
Or what? Well, so the thought really is what is everyone's opinion about this culture, right? This new, somebody says, and it's mainly celebrities, right? But it's grown into more than celebrities. Somebody says something that's inappropriate. Instead of them making the error, making the mistake, people take it that way. It's like, okay, we're going to cancel you. Like right now, in this show, if Carlton were to really express himself about how he feels about certain groups in this country, there would be a huge huge amount of people who would be trying to cancel him to prevent him from doing the podcast.
Why am I got to be the example out of everything you say, though?
Dave Chappelle, for example.
Dave Chappelle, perfect example, which we talked about a while ago. He made some targeted comments about the transvestite community, right? And he went in on them, but
Transvestite community, it was the
transgender, excuse me. What I say? Transvestite, my bad.
You and Dave was having the conversation.
LGBTQ.
There you go. And he just made some comments. But from my perspective, comedians, in comedy, there's no barriers that I've never seen
Right.
comedians go.
And that's what I said.
Yeah, it's like everything's in bounds. So
Yeah.
everybody's just used to
Everybody
laughing
get their
at
fair
themselves.
game.
Right.
If
So
it was
there you
Richard
go, fair
Pryor,
game.
he said and Richard Pryor used the F word in his jokes.
So
And
did Red Fox,
They
yeah,
were laughing.
yeah.
So y'all didn't protest them and didn't go all out and start telling the people to tear them down and shut them down. So now it's a different story. And Dave Chappelle, if you watched and you heard exactly what
saw
he
it.
was saying, how can you be offended what he said? Because he didn't say anything to that.
Well, my
offensive.
my
Got
point
some
is he
passionate
says
folks
things.
up in here.
He says things about white people. He says
All
things about
comedians.
women.
All comedians,
He says things
black
about
people,
Jewish people.
Jewish people,
West Indians,
everybody,
Northeast.
and none of them
dude.
told Netflix or HBO or anybody to
Everybody
shut them down.
laughed.
Shout out to Netflix, because I'm a
Oh,
Netflix
Netflix is
fan
the
right
bomb
now.
with
Yes,
your
they
Colin
are.
Kaepernick.
Tell them about that.
Colin
If y'all haven't
Kaepernick.
watched Colin
That thing
Kaepernick's
was
new
bad.
thing on
Yes,
Netflix,
yes,
y'all missing
yes,
out.
yes,
Best
yes,
show on
yes,
TV
yes.
on
Yes, it is.
real.
Yes, and Netflix is telling everybody kick rocks with no socks
That's
because
exactly
they don't care about
Man.
your opinions of what you want them to take down.
I was
They're not
feeling
doing
under
it.
the weather after last Tuesday.
You saw it. You saw it.
I binged that whole jump.
Oh yeah, I was up till 3:00 in the morning.
I'm waking my child up at 5 a.m. Like, we need to watch this
Right,
jump right here.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how good it is.
He
That's
like
how
this
good.
fool trying to wake me up this early.
So
He
yeah.
up playing the game. I don't know something wrong with the youngins. You know what I'm saying? He up at
That's
4
what they
a.m.
do,
playing the
bro.
game. Man.
so what's your? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But
Sheila.
let's take it back to what a point that Dave Chappelle made. He said, "Would it be different if he was basically going?" His point that he was made about the whole LGBT.
LGBT.
I'm stuttering my words, y'all. I'm sorry.
I had some Casamigos.
No. This is Sprite. This is Sprite. I'm just a little tired. That's all. Would it be different because he's black?
No, I think so. I think what's different is not because he's black. But go ahead, finish your thought.
Because he did say in his whole comedian little thing he was doing, he said that a black gay person would probably not take too much offense of what he's saying because at the end of the day, they both black.
Right.
So he said if they go outside in the street and the police come, they looking at Dave and that black person, versus if it was a Caucasian person, it would be a different.
All they gotta say is that it was him that did it, and they'll automatically take their word for it.
That's what he was saying,
Right.
and that was
That's
the point he
automatic.
was making.
So, and that may be part of it, but
Right.
I think it's the opposite. I think because if there was just black men who were being targeted or who had came out as being transgender, right?
Danny Hill.
You calling Danny Hill trans?
No, Danny's watching.
Hey, bro, can you stop interrupting?
My bad.
Okay, thank you. So if it was just that, but I believe the reason why it's going viral the way it has is because white men are also transgender.
yeah.
So, because for black transgender people, we're used to being targeted and laughed at,
That's what
and
Dave was saying.
Yeah, but it's a white man's issue. That's what it
he
is.
was saying.
Let me ask
That's
you a
what he was
exactly
saying.
what it
Do
is.
y'all
That's
look
what he was
funny
saying.
at people when they go to the bathroom in the movie theater? I know the movie's been closed since the pandemic, but right after the guy killed all the people in the movie theater, did you start watching people, the average person that got up in the middle of the movie?
No, I never do
Oh,
that
I
now.
did.
I go
you
to
do?
the movie theater. What are you looking for?
When I
Because
go
that's
to the
how
movie theater,
in the movie Batman, I think they premiered the one they had in Aurora, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
The mass
that
shooting.
guy, that guy that stood up.
He did it it was a screening of the Batman's movie,
Right.
the first day out. Everybody's
Right.
dressed up in costume,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. He got up in the middle of the movie, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then unloaded, started firing this and that. That has made me, not that I was there, and I'm like,
Go
yeah,
in the movie theater, you thinking twice.
every time somebody get up, it's automatic. Like, damn.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, is he going to the bathroom?
But you got to do that everywhere. Like
Yeah.
I have a habit of going. Like I go to shout out to Walmart, but I go to Walmart in South Dakota Avenue,
Yeah.
and they have a garage. So
They do.
my thing is always park where the exits are. In the garage, I just do that. Underground garages. Okay, where's the nearest exit? Because my car gonna be right here. Yeah, I'm gonna walk all the way over here, but guess what? Something pop off in the parking lot. I'm ducking behind cars, but my car right here, I can just jump in and get out.
Gotcha.
I'm like Carlton. Same with malls. You
same
ever
mall.
look at your exits like, okay, let me see what I can get out.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
Something happened. Let me get. Where's the nearest exit?
I used to tell my child because they, because this culture, they look at the phones the whole night.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
you're not watching
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going on.
They're not paying attention.
So I was telling him, we went to Mardi Gras one time, 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like, if everybody started running, you don't have the time to ask what's going on, as if what's the problem, why is that, what I'm saying? You need to run with the crowd at that point, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because going against the crowd might get you crushed. We could find out what led to everyone doing that later.
Right.
But he was so to the point, he's like
tuned
this,
with his phone.
and he late looking up. You know what I'm saying? By that time, it's all over. So it's
Yeah.
like it's a conversation we really got to have. But he's not used to seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the age he was. I think he was like 15, 14 years old.
You're not watching it.
So let me transition to another topic.
Go ahead.
Um,
Resigning from a show that no one wants you on. Let's talk about it. Talk about it.
you hear this, bull, Jeff? So we've had conversations in the past about owning your own business
Right.
versus it being an employee.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shouts out to the entrepreneurs in the world.
right. And so shouts out to all
Shout
the
out to all the hardworking people.
employees, right? Thank you, right, Ms. John.
Followers, y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Want to go ahead.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about the benefits of owning, the benefits of being an employee, what what is the con of owning and what's some of the negative parts of working as an employee. You want to start there?
Yeah, you got a specific question, or you just want me to dive
Let's
on
talk
that?
about that. Let's talk about the benefits and cons of each situation.
The person I was on the phone was an entrepreneur. I could call
Tell them
them.
to call back.
Call them back.
Call Roman's
They own
number.
their own
301. What's your number? Call it. I'm not going to have some people here. I know we got some entrepreneurs online.
No, he's actually waiting for me to get off the show so I can come home to him.
Well, before we invite everyone to call.
We asked Miss Jones to stay extra tonight. She come get at 9:30. You know what I'm saying? 9:30.
Well, before we ask anybody to call, let's let everybody know what each one of our opinions are, and then we can invite.
We'll
folks to
do.
call.
Shout
Why don't
out
you
to-
start there?
I will.
See?
Shout out to Omar Rowe. I see you. What's up, Danny Hill? For those that don't know, I've had my own real estate business. I've been a realtor for going on close to 20 years. I'm working for myself for the last 16 years. Can we quiet on the set while Carl talking? Quiet on the set.
Oh, you were talking? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. Say what you said again.
I'm always because of that, I've always been pro business, you know what I'm saying? And so to me, it was a thing just to find out to open your own business. I was always wondering why they didn't teach that in school. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like, I mean, that's some of the stuff that I learned in school, the Pythagorean theorem, could have held that. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about credit, importance of credit, importance of having your own ownership, what it does for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always pro ownership, okay? So what I was saying is, if I had to choose between the two, I'm not saying that 9 to 5 is wrong or bad. It's a whole lot of people that work 9 to 5, and shout out to the workers of the world, all right? I said, but if I had to choose between the two, which I like first or best, I'm gonna choose the owners. Now, everybody that's not an owner, everybody that's not shouldn't own their own business. Everybody don't want to be owners. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anti-worker at the same time. But if I had to choose between the two, just the freedoms that having your own business is the best feeling in the world. It has nothing to do with the money that you can make from it. Has nothing to do with that at all. That's a side benefit. So to me, it's the freedom to do. I take an idea from your head and create that into a business where you can get paid for it. That's the best job. When I was a teacher, I used to tell people the best jobs you can do is get paid for doing something you love.
And you can do that with a 9 to 5.
You sure can. No, I'm not an anti 9 to 5 guy. Me and Miss Jones went back and forth over some
You
things.
can do that with a 9 to 5. I know plenty of people that want their dream 9 to 5 job, and they're working at it, and they love it. The pay is awesome. They got
Great benefits.
6 figures going home every day. They can take their travel and go whatever, but they love doing what they're doing. And it is. And I know entrepreneurs that are suffering. Not what business is cracked up to be. Some of them had to close their business,
Right.
and go back to their 9 to 5.
Right.
But I got what you're saying. Let me finish. I
Right.
got what you're saying. It's nothing like owning your own. That's great. That's wonderful. That's beautiful. Woo 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 woo. It's great when it's working, but what is the plan when it's not working?
Work harder.
That's what I'm saying.
Work harder on making it a reality.
Work harder out in the street.
Change it. No, work harder.
So
Do
if you
something
lose
else.
your business and then the tax IRS come get you, they repossess your possessions and stuff like that. You just like work harder. Okay, at that
Start
point,
something new, do another business.
why can't you have a plan B already in
My plan
place?
B might be open up another business.
Not you. Your plan, but by you doing that, my plan B is open up another business. How you gonna do that when your other business failed?
Just because it failed doesn't mean I can't open another one.
But
There's nothing wrong with failing.
when it's failing and you have nothing, no resources, nothing, what are you gonna do?
I got the resources.
Where?
The resources
If
of
you-
that business
if it's
itself.
not-
If that business is failing, I might sell the furniture that's
You're not
inside
get-
that I bought, and then I got the
You
seat of
selling
money
the
for another-
furniture?
Yes, indeed.
Come on now.
I wouldn't. If I got furniture money in there,
No,
I wouldn't. I would sell it. Y'all laughing.
Everybody should have a already plan B. One of my best
Even
girlfriends.
did.
I wish I can call her right now.
Call her.
I'm gonna see if she wants to even talk on the show, but I'm gonna wait. She works for the federal government. Been a federal government worker for 10 years. She might quote me wrong on that. I don't know. She's been there forever. This chick, I've seen her pay 6 freaking figures. Her house over $250,000. Guess what she do as plan B? She's a realtor.
Right.
So guess what she do? She do real estate and she still work her federal.
Right.
She said, "Oh, you know what? When real estate slows down, guess what?
I got my.
I got my 9 to 5, my federal. I got benefits. I got this. I got pensions. I got
Retirement
this.
plan.
She just broke it down.
Right, but that's her choice.
But let me finish, please.
Go
Let me
ahead.
finish, because you want to jig in so bad.
Like that's all it is.
But it's a lot of people that's smart like that.
I ain't
It's
saying
a
there's
lot
nothing
of
wrong
people
with
that's
that.
smart like that,
But don't
because
take
what
the
they're
one
not going to
person as
do.
a tool for everybody. That's
Let
what I'm
me
saying.
finish.
Go for
They're
it.
not going to just jump like that without having a freaking plan.
Some
smart
will.
and good for them if it works. If it don't, then what? What you gonna do?
We don't think failure when we go into anything. We don't
All
think
right.
failure. I don't
I'll
think
be
I won't
back.
go in thinking if it's going in.
No,
We don't
no,
think that.
Stay with
I'm
it.
never
No,
thinking
no,
failure.
no.
I'm not coming to any business individual.
But
I
see,
come in
you're
saying,
putting yourself into something that I'm
Most
talking about in
entrepreneurs think
general.
like me.
No, they don't.
Oh, they do.
No, they
do.
don't.
We don't
What'd you
think
say?
failure. Name
No,
one
they
person
don't.
think we gonna fail. I'm not
No,
thinking
they
about
don't.
whatever.
They don't think like you. They have backup
No.
plans. You need to go back and read almost every billionaire and every person that actually went and whatever
some.
their plan didn't, but they did have another plan behind that.
Right.
They didn't just have no one plan and that
Right.
failed, and then now they're struggling.
And then somebody
they
got, I'm
didn't
gonna
do
do something
that.
business. You notice people got 50, 60 businesses they failed at until the one that clicked.
But you know why?
Let's try Disney film.
But you know why? But you know why? No, they still had a plan though, Carton.
The plans I'm gonna keep.
They had a
He had a
plan.
cartoon. He knew he could sell this thing.
But
He said, I'm gonna find
but he
somebody
didn't
to
sit
find
at
this
home
thing
and
to.
fiddle
How would
his
you know?
thumbs. He didn't
How
fiddle-
would you know?
Because I read about
Who's
Walt. You talking
fiddling
about
their
Walt
thumbs?
Disney?
We're not
Walt?
fiddling their thumbs.
You
We
talking about
talking
Disney?
ideas.
You talking about Disney?
Yeah, we Walt Disney.
He didn't fiddle his thumbs and set it on
Well,
his
I
ass.
said he did.
Didn't do that.
Who's saying that way
He had a
right
backup
there?
plan. You're not listening because
How
you're
you
trying
think
to
they don't
talk.
have- we don't have a
You're trying to
backup plan? How you
overtalk
think
me,
we
and it's
just
not
did-
gonna work.
Man,
It's not gonna
hot
work. It's
topic.
not
Open
gonna
answer.
work.
Love
Not
it.
gonna work.
Hot topic.
Sorry.
So, but
Call
I
Always
think-
have a
Just
plan.
Miss Jones.
Smart people have plans, and they have a plan
So
A,
you said
plan
they
B.
don't have a plan, they dumb?
B.
That's what you're saying?
You are really freaking dumb.
No.
You're supposed to have a plan. Just like when you go,
So
well,
wait,
it's like
wait,
an
hold on. So
athlete.
everything that
Just
works
like an
out, they have a
athlete.
plan?
Just like an athlete.
So everything that works
Let
had a
me
plan.
finish.
Everything
Just-
that works had a plan. That's what you're telling me.
Like an athlete. Somebody go to go and they 17-year-old, they get drafted in the NFL. Let's just use that person. No plan B. You just hype and thinking you getting millions of dollars because you're an athlete. Play first game, your leg break, you're done. No college education, nothing after that.
And
Then
he-
what happens?
He got money. He got that money for that contract that he signed. He got that money, and he got some injury money, hopefully some insurance money to protect that knee.
But what if
And
the
then he can
contract
take
don't
that.
have that on there?
Most contracts is a professional
I'm just
contract.
saying. What if
Most of them do.
it don't? He's just standing there. Okay, he collecting money, but then after a
He
while,
might take that
the
money
NFL
there and do
don't-
a business with it, which I was just trying to tell you.
What if he don't?
That's on him.
I'm just saying.
But what if he do?
Plan A, plan B.
You said everybody that's successful had a plan. I don't say that thing. Some people had to just come off of it. Don't know which way they're going to do. We're going to try to do this. And if it works out, that's how we go.
And
Yeah.
those that think like that, we still waiting for them to get their businesses popping.
Man, you could, whatever. Y'all
Saying
think you
that sort of
think
thing.
you think
So,
they come up with this rigid thing?
even the producer of this show had a plan. He had a plan A, plan B, and his plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D is working.
Right, and I come in here with the same thing with people that didn't have no plan A, plan B, plan C, and come in and that shit is working.
Where who? Name them.
Tasha Johns.
Who? I don't know who the hell that
Of course
is.
you don't know who it is. But
I don't know who that is.
Naming people who's doing that. I'll come in. We'll have an entrepreneur
okay.
show next week. And have them all come in.
Oh yeah, and I'll have my
that's cool.
peoples come too.
But I'd be
That's right.
hard
I'll
pressed
have my
though,
peoples
see,
come
for
too.
someone to have to start a business
I
without
wouldn't
a
get would you
plan.
be hard pressed on that. I'm saying it can happen. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, of
they come
course,
in with the
anything
idea,
can happen,
everybody
but
don't
not
have
a
that
plan?
B. We don't think of failure on that.
It's
I
not about
just
thinking
feel-
about
That's what it is.
failure.
I
It's
just
I'm
about
not-
feel you
planning.
keep
planning.
knocking
Going on,
people
that's
that
what it
have
is.
9-to-5 jobs.
I'm gonna
That's
keep
all
going.
I'm
To
saying.
I ain't saying somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with
No.
9 to 5, but some people don't have the ability to go there. Some people can get loan money
but
forever.
sometimes
You
it
talking
do
about
sound a
earlier.
little condescending when you say, "Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur," but y'all can't say the same about y'all little 9-to-5s that y'all have and stuff like that. That's condescending. That's
That's
very.
very. We're not
that
looking
is.
down on 9 to 5 workers.
That comment like that.
No,
you
we're
don't
not
think that
looking
is?
down. We said we don't have a plan B. Some of us.
Ooh, okay.
That's what we saying.
Okay.
Because we not
You
thinking
just,
failure
but
coming in.
you got a Benz and all
Don't
kinds of
matter what
stuff
I
going
got.
on. You got like hundreds of thousands of
I
dollars
ain't
in your
got
account,
jack.
and you own properties and stuff too.
And what the point is?
No, but I'm just
wrong for
saying,
that. I'm wrong for doing that.
entrepreneurships. I'm looking because I'm around entrepreneurs.
Right.
I'm
And I
around
don't- and
entrepreneurs.
I'm wrong
I'm not
for that.
saying you not. I'm just
you
saying
say,
I'm
Carl, you
around.
looking at me like
I'm
I'm
around
around it.
entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And when I'm around them, I see their wealth. I see what they're doing.
Right. For some.
They never knock down
For
people
some.
that have 9 to 5.
Some.
Some even
Some.
encourage you to do your 9 to 5.
And some
Keep
won't.
working what you're doing
And
until you
some
get.
won't. Stop saying it like everybody you have to follow the same format, because they don't. It's not the same format. They go different ways to go after get that bad. I'm straight. You make it seem like they only go one way. Yeah, because you make it seem like it's one way.
I ain't saying there's no one way. I just say people should have a
backup plan. Because your girl might do it, don't mean this guy has to be the same thing. I didn't say about my girl. Just because you decided, oh, you don't need to have no plans, just go ahead and jump out there and risk everything. That's what you saying. Called risk taker. That's the word for it. Risk taker.
And then if epic fail.
Or epic boom.
Epic fail.
Or epic boom.
Is there a goal level set?
Yeah, to get better, to work on my own accord.
Let me keep risking. But you know what? After 25 years, if nothing happens.
Who said there was 25 years?
I'm just giving examples. That's all.
Why not use the ones that's successful? Why you wouldn't the ones that haven't got shit?
Giving an example. I'm just saying. I know somebody that's still trying to do what they doing in the mother basement.
Maybe they not doing it ain't right. Maybe what they doing is not right.
And they on Facebook showing people that they out here living a life, but you living in your mother basement.
But Sharon,
playing a guitar.
Just because you started. But just because you gonna do
I'm just keeping it real. I just hate when people do that. I'm all for entrepreneurship. I am. But let's just be realistic.
You are for entrepreneurship if you want to do it the one way that you know how.
I didn't say the one way I know how. I just said for everybody in life general, have a backup plan. That's all.
But you would want them to have one.
I would be terrified if I'm an entrepreneur and I lose all my stuff. But something happens, just like the homeowners. Remember back in the when Obama was the president in the beginning, and all the homeowners was losing their home. None of them had any plan Bs.
Right.
I was looking for homes and looking at this. They was spray painting the walls. They was angry and mad because they didn't save. They didn't have no type of plan to save their homes. That's all I'm saying. Have a backup plan.
That's not everybody.
Apparently it's not. That's why all of them was suffering. And
that's not all of them were suffering. Stop saying all.
Man, it was a lot of people that lost their homes.
A lot is not all.
It was a lot of their homes.
That was a lot is not all. And stop assuming that you know that what the typical entrepreneur is.
Man,
you don't.
I do know.
How do you know what the typical entrepreneur is?
I do know, Carlton. I was around when that shit happened. What are you talking about?
It's only one way to be around
Carlton?
You think it's only one way to be an entrepreneur?
You don't think it never happened?
You think it's only one way to be an entrepreneur?
No, it's not one way to be an entrepreneur. Duh.
Right.
You think I'm that stupid? I'm not stupid. Don't be condescending. Don't come down on me. Man, whatever, man. Do it your narrow-minded way. And I'm just telling everybody that's educated and really got a sense to want to keep their stuff and want to have longevity. Please have a plan B. That's all I'm saying. Have a plan B. Everybody can't be no risk takers. We're not out here like that. For real.
And the risk takers is what makes it happen.
And the risk who?
Anybody. Anywhere from Disney. Like we was just mentioning, Walmart. The risk takers is taking that idea and doing something with it. They don't know it's going to hit.
But I think what Ms. Jones is trying to say.
I know what Ms. Jones said. We not stupid over here. We know it's what she's saying.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
What she trying to say? We know what she's saying.
It's about a plan is what she's trying to say.
According to her. I'm saying that's other people here that don't have that plan B. Who don't think about it.
If I don't have a plan, or I don't set tell my kids to have a plan. Let me talk about me. Be quiet and let me talk about me. Be quiet, let me talk about me. But I'm talking about me though.
So what?
So let me make my opinion. Let me make my opinion.
No, I'm not going to let you make that.
I'm going to make my opinion. So whatever. Just keep talking over like a little kid. How you 2-year-old?
Hold on. Let her make a point.
Oh, I really hit some nerves.
I ain't hit no nerve. You hit some wrong factual information.
I always hit nerves. See, men don't like women that are actually like stand up for themselves. Thank you, ladies.
Don't say
they don't
me.
like men like that. You a narcissist, Carlton. You a narcissist.
I'm gonna be one.
You a narcissist.
Yeah,
you
we like fair-minded though.
Narcissist.
You want everybody to be that robot.
No, but you want
do that.
You want a woman to be a robot, but you came across the wrong one. I'm not like that.
I know plenty of women entrepreneurs.
I'm not like that. You won't put me on mute, baby. Sorry.
The mute.
Sorry.
Oh, so
sorry.
That means you won't listen. So you don't listen. Listening is not part of your vocabulary.
I listen to people that make sense.
You gotta listen as well.
I don't listen to jackasses.
No, you gonna stop talking. You gonna over talk them so nobody can get your point in.
Like you're doing.
Exactly.
Like you're doing.
Imitating you.
Like you're doing.
Imitating you.
Like you're doing.
That's right.
You don't want me to talk, do you?
All right. Listen, y'all done tickled me tonight.
We can go all night. 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 He hates to be wrong.
Exactly. Who likes to be right? You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
I wasn't. I was expecting a little different response.
Oh no, it's
I
all
knew it was
good.
gonna
Like
get,
that.
but I knew it was
Shut
gonna
me
get
up.
heated.
You're
see
not
now,
gonna shut me up.
We did this other day on the
You're
text
not gonna
message. I
shut me
knew
up.
you was gonna be
You're
heated.
not gonna shut me up.
I lo-
Cannot shut me up. Sorry.
but dude,
Sorry.
Miss Joe has some good points, bro.
Okay.
I
Buy
mean,
a book.
a plan.
Buy the book.
You're against about
Buy the
putting a
book.
plan together, bro.
Buy the book.
How you gonna own a business and not have a plan?
It's a lot of people to do it. I had a plan, but a lot of people don't have a plan. Somebody has to have the idea. I got this business. I'm gonna make it do what it do.
I know, but isn't there like a plan to make it do what it do?
It's your business. You can do what you want, not what other people have done. You might try to pass you a new path. That's what I'm saying.
I get it. I get all that.
Okay, you get that.
I know, but my point is, you're disputing the fact that she's saying to
not-
have a plan.
I'm not. What I'm disputing. What I'm disputing is she takes a person, a scenario that she know and applies it to everybody.
Did not.
You did.
Didn't. I
But-
couldn't even get a word in because you were talking over top of me.
That's
But
good.
go ahead, bro.
But even a plan, though, I would think does apply to everybody. Having a plan, a basic thing like having a plan,
We
doesn't
didn't
apply
say
to
the
everybody.
person. We said backup. Where we go from backup to plan now?
But it's the same concept. A plan and backup plan.
Listen to
is the
what
same
you
concept.
saying. Listen, if
the
y'all gonna
same
interrupt,
thing.
y'all gonna interrupt.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought I listened for about 20 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? We
Go
good.
ahead. Do you? Do you?
Yeah, we listen for 20 minutes.
I was just trying to offer my opinion a little bit.
Nah,
But
your
go ahead.
opinion, no, nah. Nobody want to hear your opinion, man.
All right. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna educate me, please.
All right, the show about to wrap
Oh,
up.
man,
man.
we all over, yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was hot. Love it. So again, we're Unleash. We're here every Thursday. We're out and about tonight. Everybody who's looking to start a business, please start off with a plan
Plan.
first. Don't listen to Carlton over here.
Actually, there's a thing called a business plan. Have you heard of that before? I will show you my, and matter of fact, I'll show you a couple of my
Okay.
entrepreneur friends that got business plans. I'll
Yeah.
bring it next Thursday.
All these business owners at the table. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say we was business. I said I know business
I
owners.
own.
Wait, but
But
y'all
you
know all the
do,
answers.
but you
Business owners at the all
do,
the answers.
in order to get a loan, you do need to have a business plan.
Right.
PLAN, plan.
You sure know
You
it.
do need a business plan. It wouldn't be called a plan if it wasn't a business plan.
And what about those that don't need the bank money and got their idea?
Bank money.
They got their own money to throw into it. So they
How
don't
did
need
they
a
get that
business
money?
plan. You don't need a bank plan. If you don't need to
You talking
borrow
about
money,
illegal?
if you don't need to borrow
You talking
money,
about
you
illegal?
don't need a business
You
plan.
talking about illegal?
If you do not
so
need
he's talking,
money,
Colton is talking about
if you
illegal
do
deals,
not
y'all.
need money,
Don't
you don't need to go
don't
to the bank
listen,
with
y'all.
that.
Illegal deals, illegal
You
deals.
can use your own money. You can use your own money.
I'm done.
Exactly.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for watching, listening. Bye.
Peace. Sorry for those that get it. Sean, I see you out there, baby. I just need to get.